Welcome to Two Guys.
A girl.
and an MBA.
Hey, I want to discuss Google Developer Conference. It happened this week, and they presented a few wonderful future technologies, improved technologies. But I want to point our attention to two of them. First, it's like speech translation in Google Meet. Um, so on the one hand, you're thinking, oh my God, so good. I have international companies, so many meetings. We communicate with like English. But imagine everyone just speak in native language. Google translate it for you. And that's for us human, we just degradation for other brain. We don't want to learn other languages. We don't want to just develop our skills. So for me, it's just yes, but the same as AI makes some note summary and everything make your work for you, and you're just clicking buttons and that's all. So yes, but here is some disadvantages. And other topic, I'm more like this. It's oh my God, they call it Flow. Flow is a new Google product that was presented in the conference first time. Flow is a AI, hello AI again, based cinematography tool that creates clips, scenes, stories by combining other models. So it means you, me, everyone, teenage can come, take this tool and just write a prompt. So, dear Flow, make me the movie about Titanic.
Titanic. How did I know you were going to
Titanic.
say that?
Because it's like so popular. So, I need a love story. I need this one. Even I don't need to write the love story. AI will make it for me, like a scenario. And then this Google tool make the vision. And then I show it. Don't believe in it. Please
Google,
make
go make
more passion, more
Titanic.
passion. Yeah,
Make
yeah, more,
Titanic and have Jack survive. Have him,
yeah, more
have
passion, or
Rose,
maybe
move over a little and let him, up on the little
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Don't they do that in
yeah.
the UN? The first thing you said about where they translate, it translates every language and
Mhm,
you won't have to use your brain. Then we'll all become like the UN where we all have that little headset in and we
mhm.
understand everything, and then we'll all be as efficient and brilliant as the UN, right?
Yeah, I'm a little sad by this conversation because it's pretty
Mhm.
evident that you guys are not Star Trek fans. You just aren't. Star Trek already had the universal translator in 1966, where it's just built into your head and you can speak to an alien and they understand you, like even animals. So listen, this has already been done. Star Trek, if you guys are Trekkies, you would know this is like, you know what? It's already been done. We're done. By the way, to the AI thing,
Okay,
Google.
okay, Gen Xer.
Yes, it's like Star Trek already said this, the Oracle. Everything in Star Trek came true, by the way. I'm just gonna point that out. Uh, there was this ChatGPT has a program called Sora, and it came out, I think, last year. And I don't know if you knew, I don't know who he was, but I know who he is. Tyler Perry is this, he was going to build this $800 million studio, I think, in Atlanta. He took one look at Sora, which is what you're talking about, and he canceled it because he just said, you can just type in everything and Sora will make the movie for you. So, I mean, I know
Wow.
Google has it, but OpenAI AI has had this, and I don't think it's open to everybody. I think I think it's
Mhm.
only certain people, and they were testing it. But to tie that in with Donald Trump and his tariff of 100% on foreign content films, he's just making it now easier and necessary to replace human beings with AI to make a movie. That's what he's doing, right? When you start to get involved in the marketplace around creative content, you're just pushing everybody to say, "Hey, I'll just use Google. I'll use Sora. I have no. I'm going to do it on the cloud. I'll set up a little bike shop in Idaho, and I'll make my movie." So that's when you poke at things without thinking in a broader term. Uh, you're just you're just creating these types of pushes into these types of technologies, which I think is sad.
I have a different take on it as a content creator myself. I
Mhm.
I think it's super cool. Like I know it's gonna disrupt, but the same way Napster disrupted the music industry 25 years ago and then streaming came along and everything, and yet, people are still getting their royalties. People are still, like I could never do music 25 years ago. Like it was like get a deal or don't do it, get a job. And now you can find a niche and do it. And like it's going to be the same for move. Like right now, you have to get into Netflix. There's like gatekeepers. You know, you have to get on Netflix or through a studio, and the future is going to be wide open. It's going to take what really happened in the 2000s was the barrier to entry to get in the music industry kind of went away because the equipment scaled up so fast, and it became where you used to have to put $250,000 into a studio to make a record. You could, and then you had to also pay another 250,000 to distribute it. Now you could pay 10, 20 grand to build a little studio in your house, which you could always do, but now you could also pay another, however much, couple grand to get it on the internet and distribute it and get it all over the world. And that's, it changed everything. The movies industry has kind of persisted, um, because the barrier to entry is much higher and the quality standard is much higher. We're used to seeing, I mean, reality TV and
Mhm.
YouTube series like us and others, notwithstanding,
Mhm.
people are used to certain quality content. But like now, you'll be able to compete with Netflix. You'll be able to compete with Amazon Prime Studios or whatever, whoever's producing the content these days. And I think it's going to open up like more opportunity for creators and viewers and create more value, not less. And I think it's going to disrupt. But I think there's a silver lining there. I hear what you're saying. I know. There's going to be definitely losers and downsides, pitfalls too.
Also thinking about clouds and servers and energy, we need to keep this service working. So, okay, I'm somewhere in some countryside in the small village creating my movie, Great Titanic Second, and it's everything just compilation. It's happening in cloud technology, but this cloud, it's some hardware somewhere in some place. It's hot hardware, and you need to cool down the temperature. You need to produce energy, vents. So it's something backstage can worry us. So more energy, more oil, more gas to
I had a
keep
great idea
keep
for
alive these servers.
I had a great idea for the Titanic remake using this tool. We have Trump is Jack, and Rose, his flame, is Mark Carney's wife. There you go. And Mark
Oh my
Carney
God.
is the jealous husband.
Wow. Yeah, that's not a movie that's going to get off the ground, I can
Where
tell
is
you right now.
Melania here? Hey.
No, she's never. I don't think so. My only argument is, uh, do you want everybody? The quality of things just get terrible, right? You just drop the bar when somebody who has no sense of taste and just can punch it into a computer and say, "Hey, make me this scene," and
Mm,
and it only takes a matter of time before you realize this is just crap, right? It's just crap. It's just like it doesn't. It's just horrible. And I'm not a Luddite. I think tech has to go. But I think it's a calling for people. Content matters, quality does matter. When you're democratizing the machinery, which is what you're talking about, then you've got to be better. It's like even with using ChatGPT to write your essay. Everybody can do it, right? But you really got to be better at, giving the prompts, right? And then refining the. So I think that's, I guess you're not gonna escape tech, but you're gonna have to. I think content is going to be very important and quality of things, right?
mm,
Curation is going to be
mm.
more important than ever. How do we filter? Because, I mean, I'll admit I listen to less music nowadays than I did in the 90s because there's just less of it. I mean, sorry, there's
Garbage,
more of
yeah.
it. There's more of it, yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's
it's
so.
just everywhere. And
Well, I know you're a big
Mhm.
Taylor Swift fan, so that's probably on. It's probably she's just
So,
I
flooded
mean,
your
there's
top 10.
there's artists that literally do like I think the minimum in Spotify is like 15 or 20 seconds. Or it's like they gamed it. Like they figured out what's the minimum to get paid on
mhm.
a stream, and then they wrote like they just used a volume game. They wrote like 10,000 15-second tracks and variations and just flood the market with content, and it works. It
Yeah.
works, you
On the
know?
other hand, yeah, I agree with Isfar. It will be a lot of crap, and it's our responsibility to think about like the high standard, the baseline. So if like you're a young generation and you need to have the opportunity to see this is the high quality, not this 99% of the crap.
Yeah.
Because
Hmm.
if you just scrolling and you see crap.
But
How do
that's
you
what
know
that's
where is the high quality
but that Netflix is
movie
that's
or
my
music?
experience on Netflix today. It's as you
It is
scroll
crap.
Netflix and it's just like crap.
Crap,
You know
crap,
how you know
crap.
how I game it? You know how I game it?
Mm.
There's a plugin. It's like a you there's a little plugin and it shows you the IMDb score and the Rotten
Oh,
Tomatoes score.
I ask Google every time and just
Yeah.
copy
Yeah.
No,
paste.
because I got tired of manually
Yep.
doing it. The plugin shows the score on the video, and you
Hmm.
can tell it to like dim out the content that's below a certain, below 6 stars out of 10. I don't even want to see the title. I don't want to see the little graphic. That's the kind of filtration system that's going to happen more and more in the future because we're already scrolling endless crap on
Yeah,
Netflix and other platforms, YouTube.
this
Yeah,
is a good
absolutely.
idea for startup. The plugin which can like review quickly for you and say, don't watch it next, or
And
even
awareness.
scroll for you, or hide for
Awareness too.
some.
Like I'm very aware of my algorithm when I'm on media, social media. So like I make sure when I watch something that goes outside of what my
Mhm.
normal media mix and content is, I'm in an incognito tab or on a different browser because I don't want my algorithm screwing up and sending me all these videos
Mhm.
that I don't want to see because, but a lot
True,
of people don't
true.
have the awareness. I think it's consumer. We have to educate consumers about how to use this tech too and not let it use them.
Wow. I mean, that statement alone could describe so many things, right? Like your phone, right? Use the tech, don't let the tech use you. Meanwhile, people are slaves to their devices, their iPads. It just never ends, And I say it like that because that's part of our child rearing techniques, right? We always ask their children to like first of all, they're not on this stuff, right? Because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a mind F. It just
Yeah.
constantly dumbs you down. And, in your subconscious, you're not able to like discern good from bad, evil from
Hmm.
good, killing from not killing. It's like a CIA psyop in your brain. And it's like,
Yeah.
how, you, I mean, it's wild what's going on, right? So much junk and junk food and garbage. And
You have the smartest people in the world paid huge amounts of money with almost endless resources trying to hypnotize and brainwash you into paying more attention. Like you're
yeah,
fighting a losing
Hmm.
battle from the beginning.
can't win it.
And then attention, and then you lost your skills to translate, lost your skill to write an essay, lost
Yeah.
skills to communicate because the AI can do it for you. Like even call and book the flight and call to the hotel and say, hey, yeah, I want to book the room. The bot will do it for you.
Yeah.
And where
Terrible.
is your communication skills here? So,
Yeah.
I mean,
I got in
critical
a
thinking,
wife.
we talk about
I
that.
got it.
yeah.
I got in a wife with my argument. I got in an argument with my wife about it last week. I was, you're on the phone endlessly. Let me check. I
Yeah.
checked it 3 hours a day. I checked mine as half an hour. Even that's a lot. And I'm on my lap. That doesn't count my laptop and GPT. That's
Mm.
just on the phone. But it's like, 3 hours. And I was like, where is this time allocated? What's the allocation cost here? Mostly on social sites, scrolling. I'm like, okay, that's like 2 of the 3 hours was just scrolling. And it's like that is, over the course of a week, that's 15 hours. That's a part-time job. I'm like, you could
You
be
you
bringing in
must be a
the
real
bucks,
you
baby.
must you must be a real downer to like argue with, man. You've got metrics, you've got algorithm, you're calculating future value of money, and you're like, oh my God, I was just watching a YouTube. Oh
Uh,
my God.
and what about this new friendship etiquette when you need to like all new stories and photo of your closest friends? Because I had a situation when my friends post some stories and I asked her, "Hey, how are you?" And she, "You didn't see my last stories?"
Wow.
And I know in this world, some people just feel like, "Oh, she
You got
didn't see my
you got
stories. She didn't."
like shamed. You got like shamed,
You
man.
got it, yeah, yeah. So and then okay, I need to watch to
Oh
see with this
jeez.
friend, and so yeah, it's happened now. It's happened now.
Wild. Yeah, it is funny how that
Yeah.
happens, right? And if you don't say put a little heart or emoji, oh my God. It's like
Yeah.
you walk yeah.
Oh my God! If you read status but didn't respond,
Oh Lord.
like send, and then it switched to read. So people like, oh, what's
Oh
wrong with
man.
you?
Please consider subscribing below.
Thank you for being with us. Please leave your comments, feedback, what you think about us, and see you in the next podcast. Bye.